Everything that you've been through is not in vain. Okay? Everything that you've been through is not in vain unless you decide that you want to be a victim in your own life, in your own story, in your own movie. You see, the life is designed in a way that every obstacle we overcome makes us stronger. Our childhood traumas, our adulthood traumas, our challenges we face in daily life, everything contributes to you becoming stronger and stronger. This is how the universe is built. You gotta embrace the fact that you either are a victim or a creator of your own reality. And you are the only one who makes the choice. Hello everyone, my name is Anna, and today we're gonna talk about one of the most important topics I truly believe when it comes to inner work, to self-development, to self-growth, etc., is becoming a creator and unbecoming a victim of your reality. The number one reason why so many people fail in life is because they are unconsciously recreate victim scenarios in their own life. Okay, what are the victimhood scenarios? Let's say you are late all the time. You may be thinking that this is a poor time management. Well, in fact, it is you fitting your victim subpersonality, literally satisfying the victim within you. There is such a concept in psychology called the Karpman triangle, where you have a victim, where you have an abuser, and where you have a savior. I'm not sure if the abuser is the right word. If I'm wrong, I will put it somewhere in the screen. So you basically may be fitting your victim without even realizing it. Those victimhood scenarios are coming from childhood. There is no other place but the childhood. You may be growing up in a family where your parents were complaining all the time, or your grandparents were complaining, or like blaming the circumstances but not taking responsibility on themselves. And that is okay. I do not want you ever blame your parents for something they've done wrong, because they done nothing wrong. Okay, your soul chose these parents to come to this family to gain this specific experience that your soul needed for growth. Okay, so I want you to be open-minded. I want you to have an open heart when it comes to this. Appreciate your parents, love your parents, they did nothing wrong. Okay, but I'm just trying to explain you where all this comes from so that you can heal it afterwards. Now, this is coming from the childhood. Now you get to separate yourself, like yourself, your present self, your future self, from your past self. Time is an illusion. Past, present, and future, they all are like, they exist in one parallel. Okay, so basically like this, they go just like that in space. And you get to realize that what happened to you, what you've been through in childhood, what you learned in childhood, does not determine who you are gonna become in the future. It does determine who you're gonna become in the future if you are not self-aware of it. When you allow your unconscious mind basically rule your life. Okay, control your life. I mean, your unconscious mind, one way or another, controls your life, because 95% of your reality is created by your unconscious mind. But once you become aware of those patterns, once you address them, once you let yourself look into them, bring them up to the surface, and be 100% honest with yourself, this is the time, the place where you reclaim your power. This is the time where you reclaim your power, your control. I mean, there is not much you can control, but anyways, you reclaim the power over your reality, over your life. And this is the place where you can actually attract what you want. How victimhood scenarios are being manifested in your day-to-day life. As I mentioned, you being late all the time, it is you feeding your victim. Okay, because whenever you are late, you're like, I'm late, I'm this, I'm that. You feel bad about it, and you basically are feeding your victim. You are a victim this moment. Okay, or when it comes to your work, let's say you present your project and you start playing small. You're like, oh, I didn't manage to do this and this went wrong, and you belittle yourself. And you're playing a victim. Okay, so these are two very like random examples right now, so you can understand what exactly I mean. We all have the dominated sub personality. Either it's a victim, abuser, question mark, or a savior, and you basically go in a circle fitting each and every one of them. Okay, so if you are late, you are like, oh, I'm being late and I'm this and I'm that, I'm so bad at time management, I feel so bad. It's you being a victim. Your self-critic, which is abuser, is saying, oh, you should have been better at this, you should have managed time better, you should have, something. And your savior is like, oh, that's okay, that's fine. That's fine. Not the first time, not the last time. That's okay. If your dominated subpersonality is a victim, you may not even realize how often you fit this subpersonality. When I've become self-aware of it, I realized that how often I even chatting with my bestie, and I complained so much. Well, I thought that I'm actually very much in control of my life. Well, I wasn't. I was victim. I was fitting my victim subpersonality, saying this, oh, I have so much work, I can't manage to do everything, can't keep up with every single thing I want to do, I just this and I'm just that. And I was like, fuck that. Stop it. Stop it. You're in charge of your life. You are the creator of your life. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. I became so much self-aware of how I communicate with other people about my life, and I want you to do the same. Whenever you feel like complaining about your life to someone else, or to belittle yourself, or to diminish your value in their eyes in some way, I want you to stop, to pause for a little, and just reflect. Is this true? Is it really necessary to tell it other people? Because the things that you speak out loud, they are actually being manifested in your life. Mind your talk. Mind your talk. Mind your self-talk, and mind what you tell other people. Because this is super important. Like, we do not realize the power of words. Okay, we do not realize the power of words. Even if you want to have a talk with your best friend, mind your talk. Be extremely self-aware of what story of yourself you tell them. Be extremely self-aware of what story you tell about yourself to yourself. It's super important, guys. Like, it's extremely important. Okay, please become super aware of every single thing that comes out of your mouth, because it is going to be manifested in your life. It is going to be manifested in your life. Instead of complaining to your best friend that you hadn't done this and you hadn't done that, and you have not the best day, and this went wrong, this went not really well, and you're so unsure about your future, tell what went well today. Tell them that you may be not sure about your future, but you believe in the best. You believe that the universe is having your back. Emphasize good things, emphasize positivity, emphasize your positive intentions and faith that everything is going to work out in the best way possible for you. I had a situation actually a couple of months ago when we had this little, very low-key engagement party that was organized by my best friend. We had a picnic in the forest, and one of her friends asked, do we have wet tissues? And she was like, well, we have dry tissues and we have water. It was so funny for me back then. But she never said that she does not have wet tissues. She said we do have dry tissues and water instead. You see how she thinks. She's actually very successful. She's thriving in life, and she's such an inspiration to me. Notice these things. Be mindful of what comes out of your mouth. Guys, I hope you find this video helpful, and I hope you find this video insightful and inspiring. Follow this channel if you do not. Share this video with a friend or with someone you think will find this video helpful as well. And I will see you in my next one. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.